My name is Mark Giebel. I'm the Backcountry Wilderness Area Supervisor for the Highlands Ranch Community Association. Right now we are in Highlands Ranch. We're in a parking lot right off of Monarch Boulevard, and we're about to take a hike on the Wildcat Mountain Trail System. There's spots on the trail that are beautiful this time of year with the wildflowers, so we'll just cover all of the trails to see everything. Right now we're standing at the HRCA trailhead of the Wildcat Mountain Trails. We're going to head up the Wildcat Mountain Trail up to the top of the bluffs or the cliffs and look out at our overlook. And then eventually we'll go around on the Watering Hole Loop and over onto the Ponderosa Loop. The Wildcat Mountain Trail System does not allow dogs, mainly because this is a really valuable wildlife area, but we do allow bikers, hikers, and horseback riders. The Wildcat Mountain Trail System consists of approximately 6 miles of trails. All the trails are natural surface and about 4 feet wide. We go through different habitats, grasslands, shrublands, ponderosa pines, and even a riparian area. These trails are private for HRCA members only. However, Douglas County Parks and Trails is in the process of building a trail through the backcountry, and eventually they'll have about 8 miles of trail that will be open for the general public to enjoy. One of the 3 main habitats that we have on the property are shrublands. Right here is Gamble's oak. You can see the oak leaf. And then we also have 3-leaf sumac is pretty common, as well as chokecherry. And each of these provides different foods for different animals, different birds. Even bears love to eat the chokecherries. This is yucca. It's actually a pretty common plant out here, but this year it's flowering and blooming really well because of all the moisture we've had this spring. The Native Americans actually used the root of the yucca to make soap. Needle and thread grass gets its name because the seed is like a needle and it sticks into animals or birds or anything that walks by, and this part is the thread, and this is how it disperses itself by sticking into animals or anything else that moves. What we're looking at here is the top of Wildcat Mountain, just off the Wildcat Mountain Trail. And in the background you can actually see the houses in Highlands Ranch. One of the things I really love about my job is it's different every day. I don't have any type of standard routine. One day I might be doing some trail maintenance, another day spraying noxious weed, another day leading people on a nature hike and enjoying all the wildlife and beauty of the backcountry. When going out on the trail, there's a few things people should be aware of and keep in mind. One is that there are rattlesnakes out here. Another thing to be aware of is mountain lions, because we do have mountain lions visit this area, and it's nothing really to be scared of, but you should be aware of it. Another tip is to not come out here alone. It's always good to travel with a buddy. And it's always good to bring a few things with you in a knapsack, or just carry a water bottle with you. Afternoon thunderstorms are a regular occurrence, and especially if you're walking out to the overlook, be aware of that, because you are on a high point and lightning can be a concern. Well, here we are at the end of the Wildcat Mountain Trail, at the Wildcat Mountain Overlook. It's a good reward for a nice hike up this trail. That is basically the border of the backcountry wilderness area. That's as far south as any of the houses in Highlands Ranch will go. Trail hours are sunrise to sunset. We do close the trails temporarily sometimes if there's a heavy downpour rain or snow is melting and the trails become too muddy. These are the seeds, and the wind will take these seeds and blow them away. That's how it disperses its seeds. This is sage, and even though it doesn't have a pretty flower, it smells really good. If you mash up a little leaf, it smells just like sage. Whoa! One of the tools we use out here to help us monitor the wildlife and the plants and everything out here are photos. So I'm constantly taking photos of the wildlife and the different plants that we see, and we have some of those up on our website. One for just an educational tool so people can look up maybe a flower that they saw along the trail or learn about the different types of wildlife they'll see. And to look at those photos, you just have to go to www.hrcaonline.org and click on Backcountry Wilderness Area. Right now we're still in the Wildcat Mountain Trail System area, but now we're on the Ponderosa Loop, which is a 2.5-mile loop. This is American vetch, and vetches and milk vetches look almost identical a lot of times, but the best way to tell the difference, or tell a vetch from a milk vetch, is the vetch will have this tendril on the end, and it uses that tendril to wrap around grasses and other plants. And this is prairie smoke. As far as recreational opportunities, these are great trails for hiking with the family, mountain biking, running, and then very few people also realize that there are so many chances for wildlife viewing out here. The backcountry is a diverse area, lots of diverse habitats, and a ton of wildlife, anything from bobcats and mountain lions to deer, elk, pronghorn, hawks and eagles, and it's all, 5-minute drive from most houses in Highlands Ranch. These trails are private for HRCA members only. Springtime and early summer are a great time to get out here on the trails. It's also a great time of year for wildlife viewing, and it's just a nice time of year as far as the temperature goes. It's not too hot yet, and the evenings and even midday are a great time to get out and enjoy the trails. The Backcountry Trail Patrol volunteer program. And their main purpose is just to spend time out on the trails, patrolling the trails, and educating people on the rules and regulations and why we have those rules in place. Well, that's the end of the tour. Thanks for joining us. I hope you can all get out and enjoy the backcountry wilderness area of Highlands Ranch.